Hi, I'm Scott Humphrey, CEO of the World Floor Covering Association, and this is Leadership Live. And as we go through 2022, we continue the process that we're calling Leadership by the Letter, where we pick the letter of the alphabet, with 2 for each letter at least, and we go through the 52 weeks of this year. And this week, we move to another letter. The letter is G, and the word is gratitude, the quality or act of being thankful. You know, you tend to either see what you focus on or what you fear, both as an individual, but certainly as a leader. If what you focus on tends to be positive, that has an overflowing effect to everyone around you, family, friends, church, community. But if what you focus on is what you fear, that also has an overflowing effect. Unfortunately, one that is negative. We tend to look for what is wrong or what will likely go wrong. And people don't like to be around people like that long term. So I want to challenge you as you think through this concept of gratitude to ask yourself, are you a person of gratitude? Are you constantly thankful for the things around you? Now, here's my little diatribe. We live in a very spoiled nation. I traveled to Romania years ago, and I came back with one thought that was central in my mind. We do not appreciate what we have. As an American or someone who lives in North America, you have the privilege of living with the freedoms that you have because somebody paid a price for that. And we just overlook that. We think that we should just expect that. But the reality is people gave up time away from their family, gave up arms, legs, limbs, and some gave up their life to give you the freedom that you have. We should be grateful for that, if nothing else. Grateful that we were born in a country that we have this type of freedom. So I want to challenge you to do 2 things. One is to create a gratitude journal. An opportunity for you to jot down every time something positive happens, just jot it down in the journal. And you say, well, what's the purpose of that? Well, it's great to do as you go through to just kind of reinforce that you're grateful for this. But it's even more important when you're having a bad day and you open the journal and you look at all the things that have gone right in your life. And you begin to realize that you are indeed blessed, that you have been given opportunities and things that other people have not been given. So a gratitude journal, I would challenge you. Secondly, I would challenge you for what we call the gratitude challenge. Here's where it came in. Tracy Altler in Thanksgiving of 1993 was with her 3-year-old son. She's a single mom, and she was 8 months pregnant. She was living off everything the government could provide, welfare and any kind of assistance. And she was not about to have the type of Thanksgiving that you look forward to. In fact, she was counting the cans in the cupboard to see what they would eat that day. She got a knock at the door, and she thought that was weird. She wasn't expecting anybody, and she opened the door, and a local restaurant had provided from an anonymous donor everything she would need for an awesome Thanksgiving meal. Tracy spent the rest of the day crying, and I'm trying not to as I tell you the story because it's just amazing to me. She set out to change her life that day and said that she would not live off assistance of other people, but she would give assistance to other people. And the day that she went off government assistance, she took a load of toys down to the welfare office. They'd never seen anything like that before, and yet she wanted them to know this is a new day. I'm moving on, and I have a heart of gratitude. She became a nurse and worked in a local hospital, still having no idea who the anonymous donor was that had changed her life that day. But 7 years later, a lady by the name of Margie, who had happened to live in the same apartment complex as her those days earlier, came into the hospital, and it was obvious that she did not have a lot of time to live. 3 days before she passed away, she grabbed Tracy's hand and she said, "Happy Thanksgiving." And then she knew that somebody she would have never thought of cared enough about her to give her a new lease on life, a new outlook on life. And that's exactly what it did to Tracy. I mean, she began to be grateful for so much and committed her life to paying it forward, to doing for other people, for looking for opportunities to serve, whether it be the Humane Society or whatever it might be, in local church and community. But this year, Tracy and her family decided that they would do 100 acts of gratitude. And I thought about that, and I thought, as a business, if you have an attitude of gratitude, it permeates through everything you do. People like to shop at a place where people are thankful and happy and upbeat. What if you challenged your team to do something similar, your family, even your church? Unexpected acts of kindness, gratitude, can not only change your outlook in your life, but change the lives of others. Gratitude. It's the kind of leader you want to work for. It's the kind of leader you need to be. Now go out there and lead.